Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about why platforms protect scammers. Today I'm going to talk about 10 reasons why reselling platforms protect scammers. The number one reason is revenue comes first. Before anything, they're a business. They need to make money. If a seller's making a lot of money, even if it's unethically, the platform is also making a lot of money. Money over everything. Again, it's a business. Number two is they want to avoid the liability at all costs. A platform taking action could open them up to a lot of things, including class action lawsuits. It could force them to vet each seller more thoroughly. When I started on Whatnot, the verification process of becoming a seller was pretty intense. You had to send them pictures of what you had. You had to go through this Zoom training call. It was like 45 minutes long, but literally now all you have to do is a couple of clicks and you're a seller. It's definitely safer for the platform to pretend ignorance than to take responsibility. Number three is the fear of losing other sellers on the app. If they crack down hard on one big scammer, then other bigger sellers might get scared and leave the app. And that results in losing buyer traffic, losing revenue, which again is the most important thing they care about. This next one is because they got loopholes in their own policies. Like, let's be real. Whatnot creates their policies to protect them. It's not to protect the buyer. It's not to protect the seller, even though they're going to try to convince you that it is. Some of the loopholes might be only banning a seller after they've had a high volume of complaints, not doing it, like preemptively. Like Nicole State. They let her scam for 3 years until they finally did something. Also, people have gotten banned and then been able to rejoin under a different name. Number five is the scammers know how to work the system. Sometimes they understand the platform rules better than honest users do. And they'll do things such as shipping empty boxes, refusing returns, or manipulating the refund process, manipulating buyer feedback. On Whatnot, you used to be able to remove feedback. You can't do so anymore, but now sellers can reply to it. They can absolutely twist it around and make it look like it's the buyer's fault and not their fault. Let's be real, specifically on Whatnot, their team isn't trained or really motivated enough to investigate the tactics that these people use. Number six is some shit's hard to prove and just easier to ignore. Some of the scams involving like fake items, bait and switch, those can be hard to prove without some serious investigation. So Whatnot especially will often favor inside of the seller, especially if they're a big one or a contracted one. More on those in a second. They'll ignore small buyer complaints, or like I said, they'll let bad sellers continue until things blow up. Number seven is they rely on like the due process defense. They say, oh, we can't take any action until we have like a proper investigation, which essentially just slows things down, or it blocks the accountability altogether, especially when sellers have multiple accounts. Number eight is scammers create activity. I have been told so many times that, talking about a scammer, it's gonna bring them sales and views, which sucks, but it's true. Negative or shady transactions can create more site engagement. It can create more customer service volume, which is probably factored into their growth metrics. So those aren't legit. It's crazy to think about, but platforms tolerate this because it helps them generate activity. Remember, any activity is good activity. Just like here on my YouTube channel, any engagement is good engagement. You can tell me you like my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos. It's all good. Number nine is like poor moderation or just being understaffed. Sometimes these platforms, I don't really know if it's a case for Whatnot. I know Whatnot has a lot of people working for them. Sometimes they just don't have enough people, or the people that they do have aren't trained properly on how to deal with situations. The last one is conflict of interest. Those paid sellers, they have a relationship with them. They don't want to hurt that relationship. The insider protection type thing is rare, but it does happen. So those are the top 10 reasons why I think reselling platforms protect scammers. If you guys have more reasons, comment down below and let me know. That's going to be it for today's video though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.